Sometimes I think I'm dreaming. My family, my children, people I haven't seen for 25 years have come out of the woodwork, and it's been unbelievable. It's almost worth being in this condition to experience the love, the help, the sympathy. It's been a dream. And I never thought people felt and cared as much as I do. If I don't wake up tomorrow morning, the job's 100%. You do your best, and that has to suffice. But the foundation has been laid, and we can only go from strength to strength. And each day that I live, I will work towards that goal. The government have run out of money, and you can't do anything without money. And that's why I appeal to industry, commerce, and private people to, I say that there's no man that stands so erect that he who stoops to help a child. So I ask everyone to stoop. They don't even have to stoop. They can use their wallets out of their pockets without stooping and help the children for tomorrow. We all have to give until it hurts, unfortunately. We all have to, like this evening, dig our hands in the pockets. It's very hard, but I'm asking everyone tonight to adopt a child. Thank you for supporting us. Good evening. I'll be there.
Die man wat as Suid-Afrika se afslagkoning bekend gestaan het, meneer Tony Factor, is na 'n lang siekwet vanoggend in 'n kliniek in Johannesburg aan kanker dood. Die 53-jarige meneer Factor het vroeër 2 hartomleidingsoperasies ondergaan. Meneer Factor word deur sy vrou Sharon, 2 seuns en 4 kinders uit 'n vorige huwelik oorleef.
Die afslagkoning Tony Factor is vanoggend na 'n lang siekbed oorlede. Tot aan die einde het hierdie moedige man nog steeds 'n helpende hand uitgereik na sy naaste. Hy was vir ons 'n voorbeeld en 6op1 dra graag hierdie huldeblyk op aan sy gesin.
Tony Factor is gebore op 9 Julie 1939. Na sy pa se dood was Tony se kinderjare baie ongelukkig en beland hy by pleegouers in Bellville, Kaapstad. Hy het aan dysleksia gely, maar op skool is hy eenvoudig as dom bestempel.
And I was put in the corner, called the dance, put in the class with the retarded children, mocked, etc., etc. And all that helped me to become aggressive, to become tenacious, to become determined, and prove to myself, not to the world, I'm not interested in the world, prove to myself that that dance cap that put on my head was on the wrong head.
Hy het skool aan die einde van standaard 6 verlaat.
I learned to fight quite well. It brought something out of me, or put something into me, I'm not sure. But I think tenacity has been a major factor.
Nadat hy sy hand as 'n elektriesien gewaag het, is hy Londen toe, waar hy sy besigheidsvernuf uitgeleef het deur valstande en stofsuiers te verkoop.
I've got PhD, Harvard, my life, what I learned. Being a porter, knocking on doors, selling false teeth in Petticoat Lane. No other businessman in the world has ever done. So I have the advantage over them.
Terug in Suid-Afrika het hy sy sake ryk vanuit 'n woonstel in Bellville begin, deur tweedehandse meubels te verkoop. Dit het uitgebrei na enigiets wat hy goedkoper as die volgende man van die hand kon sit. As sportman het hy ook uitgeblink, met rolstoei, karate, rugby, visvang en uiteindelik perdespring. As afslagkoning het hy sy merk in die Suid-Afrikaanse besigheidswêreld gemaak, met sy deursettingsvermoë, sy optimisme en sy talent as redenaar.
But it was all survival. I was a rebel. But a rebel with a cause. And the cause was me. Survival.
Sy besigheidsvernuft het hom ook vele toekennings bezorg.
I like my award. No one's going to take it away from me.
Sy bydrae tot die samelewing was ryk en gulhartig. As voorsitter van talle komitees, byvoorbeeld die dysleksia-vereniging, het hy probeer om ander kinders die swaarkry te spaar wat hy as kind moes deurmaak. Hy het op 36 sy eerste hartaanval gekry. Na 2 hartaanvalle en 'n hartomleiding het hy in 1990 gehoor dat hy kanker het. Maar Tony Factor het terugbeklei tot die einde. 'n voorbeeld van 'n man wat sy tekortkominge te bowe gekom het om die hoogste spot te bereik.
Wealth is that wealth. The only wealth in health. It's the only wealth that is in life. I can't read and I can't do nothing. So I can't sit back and do nothing. So I'll have to carry on going forward.
Hiermee sê ons aan Tony se gesin, ons is saam met hulle hartseer en ons wens hulle alle sterkte toe. Net vir die weersake 'n opsomming van die dag se hoofnuus.
Die minister van Finansies sê Suid-Afrika kan binnekort as ontwikkelende land erken word en kwalifiseer vir hulp van die Organisasie vir Ekonomiese Samewerking en Ontwikkeling. Suid-Afrika se sogenaamde afslagkoning, meneer Tony Factor, het die stryd teen kanker verloor. En naas Botha beseer sy linkerhand, maar is reg vir die tweede rugbytoets teen Frankryk.
En daarmee groet ons dan tot donderdag.
Oormôre, totsiens.
Tony Factor odumo. Umnumzana uFactor lo obedume kakhulu ngezamabhizinisi efanisha nempahla ogqoka ushone ekuseni namhlanje ebulawa isifo somdlavuza.
Impela sonto behambele idili ehanjiswa iambulance ukuthi emva kwalokho ahlinzwa futhi ehlinzelwa sona lesifo. Kanti ngaphambi kokuhlaselwa isifo somdlavuza wahlaselwa isifo senhliziyo okwabangela ukuthi ahlinzwe kabili. Umnumzana Factor ubengumphathi weJohannesburg Children's Home, usihlalo weRemedial Teaching Foundation, waphindwa wasungula nenhlangano yalabo abanenkinga yokufunda nokubhala iDyslexia Foundation. Ngesikhathi sabhema kakhulu kaFactor uthe wayebhema usukulida abayikhulu ngosuku. Emva kwalokho wayekela ukubhema wavula neclub lapho besiza khona abantu ukuthi bayekele ukubhema. Uvumileke nokho ngesikhathi sezofa ukuthi bewubhema ngasese ugwayi. Ushiye unkosikazi kanye namadodana amabili.
It's been unbelievable. Yeah, it's almost worth being in this condition to experience the love, the help, the sympathy.
Factor ha sa phela. Mohadi Factor ya dilemo tse 53 o hlokalletse tleliniking ya Parkland Gauteng ka Jenose. Nakong eo a ntse a lafelwa kankere selemong se fetileng. Sebotala Kgalebane o hlalosa tsa bophelo ba hae.
Anthony Factor, mohwebi ya tsebahalang wa di-furniture, o hlahile ka selemo sa 1939 ka kgwedi ya July. Mongadi Tony Factor o ile a tshwarwa ke lefu la pelo pele ya ba dilemo tse 42, mme metswalle le bahwebi ba mo hlalosa e ne le monna ya nang le tshepo mme a hlompheha haholo. Ho holeng ha hae ho utlwala hore o ne a fokola haholo kelellong, mme o ne a tshwerwe ke lefu la dyslexia, e leng lefu la bana ba sa tsebeng ho bala hantle. Lefu lena le ile la mo susumetsa hore a tshehetse mekgatlo ya thekolohelo ya bana. Tony Factor ebile wa mokgatlo o tsebahalang ka hore ke Dyslexia Association of South Africa. O dumetse hore o ne a na le bofokodi ba utsuba haholo. Mongadi Tony Factor o bile le tshepo ya hore o tla qetella a hlotse lefu le neng le mo tshwere la kankere, mme a etsa di-operation tsa ho kokobetsa mahlaba, mme kgato ena ya mo susumetsa hore a nyele ka ditjhelete ho thusa bakudi ba bang ba neng ba tshwerwe ke lefu lena. Matsatsi a mararo pele a hlokahala o ile a tlola ditaelo tsa dingaka mme a ya moketeng wa ho bokeletsa letlole bakeng sa mokgatlo wa thekolohelo. Mongadi Tony Factor o siya mosadi le bana ba tsheletseng.
Coming up, Sasol completes the first phase of its search for oil off Namibia ahead of schedule. And the rags to riches saga of Tony Factor comes to an end.
One of South Africa's best-known businessmen, Tony Factor, has died in a Johannesburg clinic. He was 53. Mr. Factor had been receiving treatment for terminal cancer for a year.
Anthony Factor was born on July 9, 1939 in Johannesburg. He built his business empire in the 1970s. The multimillionaire's hectic life caught up with him when he had 2 heart attacks before the age of 42. But friends and associates remember him as a fighter and a gentleman.
A very clever man, very shrewd man, and a good man, kind. No, he was really good.
As a child, he was told he had a low IQ, but he was later diagnosed as having dyslexia. This made him take a personal interest in child welfare. He founded the Dyslexia Association in South Africa. He repeatedly tried to fight his cancer, and after having a nerve removed to ease the pain, pledged funds for 50 other victims to undergo similar operations. His last appearance was 3 days before his death, when he defied doctors' orders to attend a fundraising banquet. He died in the Park Lane Clinic this morning and leaves his wife and 6 children.